Ladies, they are banging the butterball turkeys. Did you hear what I just said? They are banging the butterball turkeys. Ladies, please go get some self-esteem and stop being scammed by these online bullies and these online hypocrites that don't even practice what they preach. And you ladies are out here doing the most just so you can get a cookie while you go on these podcast shows asking these guys if you are worthy enough while they're over there banging butterball turkeys. Ladies, are you not embarrassed? Nonsense. Hey everyone, I'm Steph and welcome to my channel Stylish Dunk. So I am going to be debunking the scams of feminine and masculine energy. When are ladies finally going to figure out that chasing validation and approval from people is the most meaningless, empty thing that you will ever pursue? Because people are very fickle and people are never satisfied, no matter what you do and no matter what you say. Whenever you have to beg and chase somebody else to accept you or like you are basically in your masculine energy. Because someone that's truly in a feminine energy does not do that. Feminine energy attracts, it does not chase. Feminine energy does not chase for approval, attention, permission, or validation. Whenever you have to start shucking and diving and trying to contort yourself like a pretzel just to get someone else to like you, you've already lost. I mean, you literally are draining your feminine energy. So the first scam is, if you listen to some of these podcast people, they will have you out here thinking that femininity is all about wearing dresses, your favorite color is pink, you're wearing high heels, you're wearing lip gloss, you're talking in the baby voice. But if that was femininity, then that means it would also be femininity if a man did that, because a man can also wear a dress, wear high heels, wear pink lipstick, um, you know, uh, wear pink dresses or whatever the case may be. So a man can do that as well. We basically need to know the difference between what their definition of femininity is and the real definition of what true femininity is at its core. So both sexes have both masculine and feminine energy. Masculine energy is action. It gets you doing things, achieving, trying to get things done, accomplishing things, working, being assertive, creating structure, basically getting things done. The feminine energy is more intuitive, compassion, caring, nurturing, loving, artistic, being creative, and also attractive. Like I said before, feminine energy does not chase, it attracts. Masculine energy also helps you focus and basically get things done, whatever task that may be. So you need feminine energy to balance out the masculine energy. So when you balance both masculine and feminine energy, then you will feel more at harmony with yourself. They are not ready for what true femininity is. If they really knew what true femininity was, they would not be ready for it. True femininity would basically mean a woman basically not doing anything. Like, she's not doing nothing at all as far as like working, she's not cooking, she's not cleaning, she's not doing this, she's not doing that. Basically, she's just being herself and just there. Basically not doing anything, no work, no labor, no housework, no corporate job, no nothing, just there, just basically just there smelling the roses. So that brings me to scam number one, when they say housework is feminine work, which I'm going to debunk, because when you are doing housework, you are still working. Cooking, cleaning, laundry, organizing, whatever you want to call it, those are actually occupations that people get paid to do. So whenever you're working and doing something, you are in your masculine energy, because like I said, masculine energy is an action energy, is an energy that gets you up and gets you doing things, right? So that is why when you do all the housework, you get exhausted, right? You get tired, you get exhausted, and you need to rest. So that's when feminine energy comes in. So feminine energy, you need the feminine energy to balance that out. So when you are exhausted after doing all that work, you can, relax and take it easy. So the reason why they have scammed us to think and believe that housework is only feminine work is so they can kind of downplay, because some people do downplay housework as if it's not work at all, but it is. Because I'll tell you right now, there are some people that if you were to leave them in the house for like even a day to do all that stuff that people actually get paid to do, they couldn't even handle it. When you are doing all that stuff, it's basically an all day thing. It's not a 9 to 5. When people are working outside, they clock in and they clock out, right? But when you're doing the labor of whether it's physical labor or mental labor of the household, that is still work. So of course they would say that it's not, because you're not outside, doing what they're doing, whatever it is. They think that that's more work, right? No, it's still work. They're doing work and you are also doing work. So even if it's at home, it's still work, right? Men and women can both do these things because, like I said, it's both work. So the second scam is women calling into podcast shows to basically, it's almost like they're trying to get approval and attention and validation from these online podcasters, right? Well, whenever a woman tries to go on these shows to try to prove herself and try to get liked or validated or whatever, she's basically in her masculine energy. Feminine energy attracts. So when you go on these shows and you're asking them questions and trying to figure out what's wrong with you, why you're not this, why you're not that, that's actually masculine because you're not supposed to do that. A feminine energy is all about accepting who you are and being who you are at your core. Real femininity is not about wearing dresses and talking like this, talking like a baby and submitting. No, it's about self-acceptance. It's about accepting who you are at your core, whoever that is. Even though you may be a girly girl or you may be a tomboy, it doesn't matter. Both of y'all are still feminine because as long as you're a woman, you are feminine. Whenever I see a woman calling into these shows, I'm like, my goodness, this woman has no self-worth. She has no literally her self-esteem is basically in the toilet because you're going online or you're calling into these podcast shows or you're going on these shows because you're trying to prove something. You try to prove to them like, yeah, pick me, I'm good, I'm not like the other girls, I do this and I do that. And I've seen some of these people literally go on the shows and now you're arguing and now you're trying to argue with these guys and prove to them that you deserve what you deserve. But when you arguing with people, you're trying to prove something, you're slowly draining your feminine energy. Feminine energy is not about arguing back and forth to prove your worth. When you are truly embracing your feminine side, you're not desperate. You're not trying so hard to try to prove to somebody that, you are supposed to get what you want in life. Which brings me to my third scam. When you do call into these shows, they'll have you believe that you're too masculine. Why? Because you have some degrees, you have some achievements, you have some goals, you're ambitious, whatever the case may be. And what they're trying to do is they're trying to weaponize femininity against you to make you feel like, oh, well, because you're achieving this and you're achieving that and you accomplish this and you have a business and you're this and you're ambitious and you're driven and all that, they're trying to make you feel guilty for that. But really and truly, that's just you tapping into your masculine side, which you need to tap into your masculine side to get things done, to achieve, to accomplish. Because some of these guys have not accomplished some of these things that you have, or maybe you're making more money or whatever the case may be. They have to try to downplay it as if it's nothing, but it's okay. It may not be a big deal to them, but it doesn't matter whether they like it or not. Don't let them make you feel guilty because you do have that ambitious side of you. You do tap into your masculine side to achieve things and basically accomplish things. So then it brings me to my fourth scam, which is now after you're talking to these people on the podcast, now all of a sudden you're thinking to yourself, oh my gosh, I'm too masculine. Oh gosh, I'm not feminine enough. They lied to you, telling you you're too masculine. So now you're going on one-on-one talks with them. You're trying to buy courses now. You're trying to, pay for this and pay for that just so you can, be more feminine. But in reality, like I said, as long as you're a woman, you are already feminine. It doesn't matter how many videos you watch, no matter what books you read, how many notes you take, how many podcast shows you go on. I don't give a damn about any of that because even when you do all that, you're gonna eventually retort back to your natural, authentic self. So yeah, you may pretend for a while to be feminine, but that's not who you are at your core. They will have you believe that because you were just being who you are, that you're not going to get anyone, you're not going to attract anyone, and that you deserve to be alone. But that's part of the lies, and that is part of the scam, to make you feel like nobody wants you because you are just being who you are. But see, the universe has a way of aligning the right person to you. So yeah, they may scare you and try to fearmonger you to think that, oh, you're not feminine enough, you're too masculine, blah 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 blah. It's only because, like I said, they are trying to make a dollar off of your insecurity, to try to fool you that you're not feminine enough. You don't need to be everyone's cup of tea. All you need is just one person that's going to appreciate who you are. So like when I was a teenager, I used to consume a lot of magazines. But whenever I would read these magazines, I was thinking, man, I need to change who I am. Like, I need to wear this, I need to do this, I need to talk like that, I need to act like this, I need to be like this. And they too are trying to make money off your own insecurities of trying to attract the opposite sex, right? So now you, at your core, maybe you're like a tomboy, but now they're telling you, oh, you need to do this and you need to do that, or you need to buy this and you need to buy that so you can be more attractive to the other sex, right? But what they failed to tell you, the truth is The right person will find you however you are. If you're goofy, if you're silly, if you're sassy, if you're tomboy, if you're this, if you're that, it doesn't matter. The right person that meets you, they don't care about all that. All that frilly stuff that they keep telling us to do is not gonna matter because the person's gonna like you for you. Another scam when it comes to femininity is when some of these women go on some of these shows, right? These podcast shows, and they tell the women that they're supposed to be a man's piece, right? And that's being feminine. Being feminine is being somebody's piece. Well, whenever I hear someone say that someone needs to be my piece, I question that because I'm thinking to myself, well, what's wrong with you? So that tells me that you bring chaos and destruction. And that's why you need somebody else to be your piece. But really, how come you're not peaceful within yourself, right? Because if you want someone else to be your piece and you're not peaceful yourself, that's not, that doesn't make any sense because if you're peaceful, then guess what? The other person is also going to be peaceful. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people that are very destructive and they bring chaos and they bring drama and they want you to still be peaceful with, you know, in between all that drama and chaos. So they try to get you riled up. They try to get you all, hyped up. Feminine energy is nurturing, is loving, is caring, but feminine energy, especially when it's disrupted, also has the ability to destroy. It has the ability to erupt. It has an ability to basically tear things down, burn things down to hell. If you are in a chaotic environment and you're bringing drama and stress and this and that, the woman cannot be in her peaceful feminine self because the environment has disrupted that, right? So in order for the woman to tap into her peaceful side and nature, she needs to be in a peaceful environment. That is why it's so important for women to leave toxic environments or toxic relationships, because if they got you arguing all the time and you're stressing, you're raising your blood pressure and you're going rah 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 all the time, like, you are draining yourself of your feminine energy, where really you're supposed to really be relaxed in a calm state of mind, not always going at it back and forth with somebody. That's not natural. That's not normal. Another scam is that when they tell you to be open and submit, right? Just because you're a woman, you're supposed to, that's part of your feminine side. You're supposed to be submissive, right? Well, actually, the feminine energy is actually a rejecting energy. Feminine energy is not supposed to just submit to just anything or accept just anything. It's supposed to use discernment and judgment and be intuitive, so that you don't just submit just for the sake of submitting. It needs to be under the right circumstances. Just because somebody shows you interest or somebody showing you attention or giving you a compliment, that you're supposed to just be like, oh, okay, come take me. No, that's not how it works. You have to really protect that energy. Feminine energy needs to be protected. So what if the guy doesn't like you because of this or whatever? It doesn't matter. So what? Like I said, you don't need everybody to like you. You don't need to be everyone's cup of tea. Rejection is protection. Another scam they try to use is triangulation. And triangulation is basically when you pit one person against another person. For example, they would try to pit woman A and woman B against each other. So woman A might be more girly, or maybe she's more this or more that, or whatever the case may be, right? And then woman B is the total opposite. Just woman B is opinionated, she's a tomboy, she's this, she's that, right? So they would try to pit these two women together because it's like, well, we like you more because of X, Y, and Z, and this person less, right? So then you start feeling better about yourself, but it's only a tactic to make you feel like you are better, but really and truly both of you are in the same boat. Because both women are women, they're both feminine. Femininity doesn't just come in one package. It comes in many different packages. Femininity that they're trying to trick you with is basically all performative, is all aesthetic, it's all external. True femininity, like I said, is embracing who you are at your core, your true self. Basically, to sum it up, it's okay to embrace your masculine side and your feminine side. If you want to tap more into your feminine side, first and foremost, you got to learn how to control your emotions. Anyone that can control your emotions can control you. To practice self-acceptance, be free to express who you are. Tap into your creative and your artistic side, like a hobby or an interest. Eat healthier, journal, meditate. Whatever you can do that'll keep you in a calm, peaceful state of mind, just to balance out your masculine side, you should definitely do that. At the end of the day, as long as you are a woman, you are feminine. Point blank, period. You bring life into this world. So don't let anybody online, none of these scammers, tell you any different. Also, check out my last video on the real reasons behind the obsession of humbling women. Alright everyone, well, that is it. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, share this video, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye!